Hi, may I please have a small cold brew with the sweet cold foam? Constantly snowing. I really can't express enough gratitude for how grateful I am that this channel gives me the chance to take off those periods of time when I absolutely feel like I need to. It's not often that I do those like month stints when I'm not uploading, but just know that if I go several months without uploading, it's because I really need to do that. And hopefully that doesn't happen for another few years, because the last time this happened was several years ago. The really big silver lining to the burnout I faced at the beginning of this year is the fact that it gave me the chance to actually look into other work, and I was able to put more time and energy into other efforts that I've been wanting to explore outside of YouTube, like working on UGC content for brands and doing just a lot of back-end social media stuff for brands in general. That has been really great and fulfilling for me. I'm just really glad that I was able to experiment with doing stuff like that for the past 4, 5, 6 months, and it's something I'm going to continue working on, you know, parallel to YouTube and everything. In case you had that curiosity of like, well, like, what were you doing? How are you making money? That's what I was doing. That's how I was making money. Speaking of doing me, now for the news that I feel like this is really why I keep refilming this video. Like, this is the news I'm really nervous to share, and I don't know why. I'm not gonna get emotional. I don't want to get emotional because this is a happy video. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that for much of this year I have been in the US, as well as a lot of the end of last year I was in the US, and that's because I am now in the process of reintegrating myself into American society to be somebody who lives in America again. And that's because I made the choice last year that 2025 was going to be my final year living in Korea as a full-time content creator, and that was a really bittersweet decision to make. If you guys have ever lived abroad, you would know that a decision like that does not come easy, and this was a decision that's been made for a while in my life now, so this isn't something that I just decided like a couple weeks ago or something like that. That was a crazy big decision for me to make after living in Korea for 6 years, deciding that I was going to wrap it all up the following year, which is this year. I love Korea so much, to the point where like I could live in Korea for the rest of my life comfortably, and it would be nice, you know, it wouldn't be bad. But I think what I'm facing now, 6 years after being in Korea, is the itch and the curiosity for more out there, and also just the itch and the curiosity of living a life in my home country. Because I think what a lot of people don't know is that I moved to Korea directly after college. I'm talking like 2 months after college, I moved to Korea. And so I never lived alone in the States. I never worked a corporate job in the States. I didn't live a life here after college, if that makes sense. And I think 6 years later, puzzle pieces came together in my head. I had that same gut feeling as when I decided to move to Korea. So it was the same feeling as when I decided I was being called back home here. I'm just gonna state the obvious. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are, the first thing they're gonna say is like, why would you move back to America right now in the political state it's in? That's a great point. But at the end of the day, what am I supposed to do? I think one of the reasons it's taken me so much time to make this video is because how do you go about telling the world that you want to leave the country that you love so much? Because then it's like, oh, well, you must not like the country. But it's not like that. I love Korea with all my heart. It's the fact that I moved there at 22, and now I'm about to be 28, and I have so much curiosity about the rest of the world. Pulls to do things like having a house one day, maybe working a corporate job one day. Those are very real things to think about in life. Those were things that I really value, and those are things that I know I can get here. That contributed a lot to me making this decision. You literally only live once, and I don't want to regret growing older and thinking, oh, I didn't listen to my intuition when I was 28, and instead I stayed somewhere that I was comfortable. Oh my god. I was like sobbing this morning because I called my friend and I was like, I'm so scared to be making this video because I don't want people thinking I don't like Korea or something like that. Like, yo, I'm literally going back there in 2 days. I love Korea, trust me. It's one of those very real things. It's like, you know, some people do go over there and they stay their whole life. They marry, they have family, kids, they stay their whole life, or they don't even do that and they just stay their whole life. That's fine too. I just know that that's not God's plan for me. Let me just take a breath and a sip of coffee. Hold on. Wow, talk about a weight off my shoulders. Oh my goodness. All right, so now things might be making a little more sense to you when I said that this is going to be a big year. So I'm sure some of you are curious, like, when are you moving back? What's the plan? I'm actually considering myself to be living like half and half right now because I've been here for 3.5 months. I'm going back to Korea now for 2 months. And then I'll be bringing Cleo back to the States later on this year. So it's going to be kind of this back and forward thing. By Thanksgiving, I will be living back in the States for goodsies, unless I don't like it here and then I move back to Korea. But you know, who knows? That could happen. You never know. Never say never. I know that's a really unconventional way to live life, is going like back and forth between 2 countries for a year, but that is 100% what I know is the right choice for me to make because I kind of just want to slow burn it. As I said, I love Korea so much, but I also know that I want to be spending a big chunk of this year here, getting my life in order, finding an apartment, networking, talking to people about, you know, what their experience in corporate life in America has been. All those kinds of things I'm doing this year. I also just wanted to very briefly mention that I'm going to the States as a single girl. Addie and I split up last year. It was completely amicable. I wish him nothing but the best. It's not a new thing whatsoever in my life. So if I sound casual, it's because I've had like plenty of time to deal with that. The only being joining me will be little Miss Cleo. Little Miss Cleopatra is coming on back to the States with mama. Okay, that was a lot. I'm already feeling so much better just talking to you guys about all this, but I feel like those are my 2 really big updates. Is number 1, I faced very bad burnout at the beginning of this year, and number 2, we are integrating back into American society. But once again, just to emphasize, I will still be in Korea for some of this year. We're still gonna have plenty of Korea vlogs this spring and summer. I'm so excited, literally going back there in just a couple of days. I hope you guys are able to maybe pick up on my energy in this video, just the fact that I'm feeling really great, optimistic, excited, hopeful, really good things, just like a lot of change, and it feels really refreshing. I plan to talk a lot more about the decisions leading up to my choice of leaving Korea, but I feel like that's better fit for like a podcast. I feel like I might just go ahead and like do some kind of podcast setup and maybe make it like a 5-part series or something, because there is a lot that goes into making a decision like that after 6 years, because I feel like, you know, once you pass that 4-year mark, you're kind of thinking like, am I going to be there for a long time? So yeah, don't worry, I will definitely be sharing more about what all went on in my brain leading up to this choice, because it definitely was not a decision that I made in a day. It took a lot of build up and time, but I will definitely talk about that soon. All right, so to wrap up this video, I just wanted to quickly share maybe like what you guys can expect to see on my channel coming up after me ghosting you guys for the past 4 months. First of all, vlogs. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to getting back into my vlog content. I'm back to Korea in just a couple days, and you guys already know what time of year it is there. It's cherry blossom season, so I'm just feeling very inspired to be like out and about. I have so much on my to-do list that I want to do, like so many things I want to do. I'm going to get more into short form content as well, just like posting smaller snippets of my life over on Instagram, and of course the vlogs are going to be picking right back up. I totally welcome any questions you guys might have, because I know this is like a lot of news I just kind of like dropped on all of you, but how else was I gonna do it? Like I had to kind of sit down and share all this, right? I will either reply to you, or maybe I'll kind of like gather some of the questions and include them in one of the upcoming videos or podcast style videos I make talking about my decision to leave Korea this year. But that's it. I love you guys so much. Just want to once again emphasize all is well. Things are great. This is not some kind of like my world is falling apart, so I'm leaving Korea type of situation. This is definitely the world is our oyster type of situation, and we have to like listen to our heart in that sense. That's about it. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you soon in one of our good old fun vlogs. Not one of these serious sit down chatty. This wasn't that serious, but I want to bring you guys out and about. I want to get back to our fun vlogs, our cute little aesthetic, fun, feel good videos. I love you guys so much. I'm going to see you very soon. RIP to the burnout. Peace out. We won't miss you. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next vlog. Bye guys. Bye guys.